buddy comedy action film Rush Hour. This is one of my favorite movies from not only Chris Tucker but also from Jackie Chan. And honestly, even 25 years later, this movie it still holds up pretty well in my opinion. Directed by Brett Ratner, the story of this one is that a Hong Kong inspector must team up with a loudmouth LAPD detective in order to save the Chinese counselor's daughter, and they also must deal with a dangerous crime lord along the way. And from there is one of the most hilarious films I ever seen. Like just seeing Detective Carter and Inspector Lee, knowing that they clearly don't like each other in the beginning of the movie. It is interesting to learn about both of these characters' background and just how much they do work together in order to solve the case by the end of this movie. And while sure there are many silly moments in this movie, it actually works to this film's benefit. This is a nice addition to the buddy cop genre. And it's not just the comedic aspect of this film. The action scenes blends in quite well and it makes this movie engaging from start to finish. At the end of the day, this is a movie I would highly recommend for people out there to check out if they haven't seen it already, simply because this one, it is well worth the time. Now, chemistry between Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, it was brilliant. Like, just seeing these two guys just bickering all in the beginning of this movie, how these two characters can't stand each other, it's just some laugh out loud moments. Plus, a lot of people had knew about Jackie Chan from this movie. It was my introduction to the actor, and quite frankly, it was a big break for Chris Tucker. Now, sure, he was in movies beforehand, but this is probably his most successful part of his movie career. Not saying his other movies weren't successful, but just seeing how mainstream the Rush Hour movies are, how many people I talked to over the years about it, and just how nostalgic this movie really is. And then we have the villains in this movie, such as Juntao and Sang. Both good villains. Seriously, like how they just portray themselves. But despite how funny this movie is, this film does have a good bit of action in it. Just seeing Jackie Chan's martial art moves. And he's been, doing films as far back as the 1970s. One thing I would say though is that while some of the plot holes that are here and there is noticeable, this is still a great film for what it is. It certainly is a cult classic. And when it comes down to it, this is a well-made movie. And while it's not perfect, it is still entertaining to watch. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. Such a great buddy cop action movie. Now the music is great, but some of the secondary characters feel underdeveloped and one-dimensional. And it actually keeps the audience from having a general connection to their actions and motivations feel less impactful because of it. Now the story is actually pretty good. Inspector Lee willing to do whatever it takes to get Su Yung back. And I really like his determination and just dealing with Detective Carter's foolishness. But seeing Lee and Carter become good friends by the end of this movie, it was nice to see. And quite frankly, I just think this is one of the best movies from the late 1990s, simply because using Chris Tucker's comedic aspects along with Jackie Chan's martial arts, it makes the movie more enjoyable in my opinion. And that is my review of Rush Hour. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and tell me what you think about this movie. My review of Rush Hour 2 is coming up next. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.